Hello everyone, I'd like to preface this video by saying Marcus760 is harassing me, getting his community to harass me, and mass flag my content on YouTube. This video itself was mass flagged and a lot of the content on it is removed. Please do understand.
What we do here is go back.
Turning one GIF into 157 minutes of content. Challenge accepted. Originally, I wasn't gonna make this video, but Marcus has got my feet in his mouth, so I have to respond. Judge, I have a question for Mr. Marcus760. Where was this man on September 11th, 2024, between the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.? What was he doing? Why is it that he owned a character named Andrew Tate on this exact same day? You smell like body oil and sweat? Judge. So Marcus for a long time has been convinced that I have porn games in my Steam library. Every time he says something stupid, I'm gonna play a meme.
So the other day somebody asked me, hey man, would you ever start a family? Settle down, have kids, all that bullshit? I said, motherfucker, I already have kids. But guess what? They don't know me, son. They're still waiting for the fucking groceries. 26 years ago. Merry Christmas. Stay hard.
So we already know who Dessdai's character is based on the evidence we have. Let's try to piece together who's who. And from this post, we can tell that Marcus is Andrew Tate, given that at the time no one else but him has access to the mobile version of this game. Next we have Reem, given that this post, posted on September 5th, is his Instabrick profile. We now know that Tristan Tate is Reem. Now here comes the hard part. Who's the fourth and missing person? Who is this? So this one is actually fairly difficult to figure out. I tried looking at the East Brickton Baddies group on Roblox, didn't really find much. I tried looking for comments around the time of September, like you're in that month, but there's so many. I tried thinking about who are the suspected people. We have Jada, we have Belle, and we have Flawless Annie. A lot of you guys seem to teeter between Jada and Belle, but when you search for messages from Jada, there's barely anything. Either she deleted all of them that ever existed, or she just didn't really talk that much. I think she was deleting stuff, let's be honest. The only thing she couldn't delete was her own public game log. So I tried to look for comments from Annie, but again, there's so many. Next, I tried searching the name Angel Lopez, since that's the baddie that has red hair. So I thought about it in reverse. Maybe I don't need to look for a comment from the people, but I can look for comments referencing the people who were there. So I looked for comments during the time of September 11th, 2024. And it turns out that not only were they having sex on Roblox between the staff members on that day, They were also hosting a public party on the top of Penthouse on that very same day as well with those characters. It progressed from a party to them getting a lap dance to them, you know, doing it in the kitchen basically. Now, again, back to September 11th. I looked for mentions of the people, mentions of Jada. There's not really anything. I looked for mentions of Belle, and there's not anything either. But when you search for mentions of Flawless Annie, there's a treasure trove of items there. A treasure trove. There's even someone pointing out that it's Annie herself in the picture that is giving Marcus a lap dance.
Let's be better people, fuck nigga, for each other, for the love of God.
I would like to take this section of the video to talk about the war in Gaza. There is a lot of pain and suffering going on over there. If you can, please send a donation. Any amount helps. Help me support my niggas in Palestine.
So last week, this motherfucker in a wheelchair came up to me while I was running. Apparently he was a veteran or some shit. Fucked up my whole pace because I had to stop. But anyways, he was talking about me being his biggest inspiration in all this. I looked at him down there and I told him, hey man, if I was your biggest inspiration, you'd stop being a bitch. Stop being a lazy cripple. Lose the fucking wheelchair and start running with me right now. But of course he wouldn't do it. I said, man, how are you gonna carry the boats when your own fucking legs can't even carry your crippled ass? Maybe you should have thought twice before skipping leg day constantly for the last 20 years, motherfucker. So anyways, I took his motherfucking wheelchair and I left his ass crawling back home like the bitch that he is. Don't let weak-minded motherfuckers like this bring you down to their level. Stay hard!
So again, from this image we can see that both Marcus and Reem are getting a lap dance by Flawless Annie and Dessdai. However, I would like to point out the fine print. If you look at Reams/me, which he typed out on purpose, it is of him holding the waists of Alexis Foster. He is holding on to the waists of Dessdai as she gives him a lap dance. Alright, now we've identified all parties, but we have some disputes. The staff are wondering if this is real or fake. Alright, let's start addressing them one by one. They legit made an EB remake just to fake an ERP scene. No. The characters that were used were all identified as your guys' characters. You having the lap dance that you did, that occurred in public view of everyone else. Everyone is a witness to what you did. The next one. He says, why in that screenshot on that fake video isn't her Nitro, badges, or Roblox connection visible? Well, because she disabled her account. Then he goes on to say, I won't pretend to know things that I don't. Well, if you don't know, then you shouldn't be talking about it. Reem says, someone said make it in a day. They made it in a day. Well, there's no proofs of it being made in a day. Therefore, I said there's no date that proves that it was made in a day, so you are dumb. I'm not sure what he's talking about. None of us care really. A date with the same font as the Discord mobile is pretty easy to fake. From a quick search on Google, you can find that the Discord font is GG Sans. 2. I never said that all 4 of us never played together. That's an admission of guilt. It was pretty known that we all play together. That's another admission of guilt, and that's why someone went and faked it. 3. It is not that hard to fake such a thing. I have seen crazier fakes than that. You haven't. I'm just gonna skip past this entire third point because it's already irrelevant. So really he has 2 points. The date being made up, and point 2 is that is this him verifying that he did play with that group. So again, I'd like to reference that outside of the evidence that you're speaking on, there is clear proof of people seeing you do ERP on top of the penthouse. You were getting a lap dance no matter what you say. Everyone saw it happen. Not to mention that the dates, and there's an argument for this too. Why wasn't it said that it was sent yesterday or today? Because whomever Dessdai trusted back in September on the 11th, she was so confident that it would not be leaked that she gave that video, she gave those images willingly and then ran away when it got exposed. Saying that the dates are faked or that they're wrong somehow does not make sense, as everything in the video remains stable as it moves along. This is the group chat that Dessdai created and invited both me and Marcus to. Hey Yuma, great video. So she's a fan, guys. Thank you in advance. You're welcome. Right? So we click her profile. This is what appears. Exactly the same as how it appears in the video that was provided as evidence. You can only see the notes, the join date, the mutual friends and mutual servers, her username, and her profile picture. She changed her profile picture. She also changed her username, but her account remains the same. This thing right here occurs when someone disables their Discord account. You cannot see badges and so on because she disabled it, right? So we click this and we get a 404. This stuff does not appear because she disabled it. She ran away. This sort of behavior is not indicative of someone who is not guilty. Somehow, Marcus makes up multiple excuses for what happened. He doesn't say I didn't do it. He makes excuses up for how it was faked. But they're all different. They legit made a fake ERP scene in an EB remake, okay? The next one is animations. Okay, so apparently we animated it like a Disney movie. And I say we, but I didn't do anything. I'm not part of this. I just received the image. And in fact, you guys don't know this, I received it 6 hours after Marcus first received it. He gets alerted of that image at 11 a.m. my time, and I received the image at 5 p.m. my time. He had it for 6 hours before I even knew about it. But we're weird. Okay, so they used an EB remake. They animated it. Okay, so now they used AI. How do you use AI for a Roblox game?
So I was in somebody's funeral the other day, family member of mine. So you know the whole thing, everybody crying and shit, telling me to stop doing push-ups during the burial because it's disrespectful. Fuck that. I'm not with that soft shit. I did 200 squats on top of that motherfucker's grave while everybody was looking. Should have seen their faces. I'd never taken so many fucking souls at once. And while they were bitching about this motherfucker's corpse, I was getting better and stronger. Stay hard.
And then he goes back to saying it's an EB remake, and then that they used AI to fake the messages and the voice. Am I deaf?
So the other day I got a phone call. This guy says he killed his family in a car crash about a year ago. Says he can't sleep, all this weak shit. I didn't know what to say to this motherfucker, so I told him. Hey man, 2 years ago, if you had quit drinking and learned how to fucking drive properly, maybe your family would still be alive today, but guess what? You can still do those things today, so your next fucking family doesn't have to suffer the same consequences. And before I get to finish my sentence, His inner bitch took over.
And then he's saying that I faked the images. I think we can reference the video that I made previously. You can actually see the time in some of the clips that I'm making for the video. And if you notice the position of the new evidence, it's placed at the end of an already 25 long minute video. The average length of the videos are only between 20 to 30 minutes long for the channel. And to think that I would put something that is most important at the end, how am I involved? And then he goes back to saying it's an EB remake after everything else that he just said. So he's created so many stories. He's created so many stories in the span of one day, but never said he didn't do it. Now, if you ask me if it's real or fake, my answer to you is it doesn't matter. What matters is his response and the way he acted. I do not appreciate him getting his community to come harass me. I do not appreciate being harassed. I don't appreciate you telling 25,000 people to come after me. That is not okay. Even the next day, he's doing the very same thing. Not only had he just done it, he is now telling everyone where to go. You cannot do this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Skip to 2 minutes to see the ERP demon. Yo, that can't be real. Waifu fighter. You see, I'm wondering if he made this up, because I don't see waifu fighter in here. Wow. 2 minutes and 9 seconds. So he's actually right about this. Wow, hey, give Marcus props, man. He's right. Okay, so that said, let me see if I can go find this game, because I'm not sure. Because, like, I'm not sure. Let me see here. Waifu fighter, Steam. Waifu on Steam. Where's the adult one? You see, this is why it surprised me, is because I don't remember playing this game. That's the thing about that. Where's the adult version of this? I'm trying to understand if I was having it in there so I can react to it, or if it was just sitting in there for like years or something. Oh, I typed it in wrong. What am I doing? Waifu fighter. Interesting. On a game. Here's the Steam store. It's hard for me to find a game I don't own. Downloads. I mean, it's in the video, so at some point it was there. How am I supposed to find it? Okay, let's ask ChatGPT then. I don't know how to figure this one out. Okay. If once downloaded a game, but that game became a paid game and I didn't buy it, and it no longer exists. No longer is in my Steam library. How can I find the game and see the playtime? New streamers transition from being free to paid. You can still track it and your playtime using these steps. Same client, same website. Navigate your profile, games. Okay, my profile, my games. All right, let's do this. Name. Search. Organized by name. All right. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure how to make this up. I guess for honesty's sake, for you guys to truly understand like everything that I've done, because again, if I'm doing something that needs to be exposed, then let me get exposed too. All right, let's all get exposed. But as far as I know, 3 dots. Yeah, as far as I know, you can't remove stuff from your like all games you played and like from your game library. My profile is sus as hell, and you can say what you want about that. I think it's a bit funny, but for honesty's sake, I'm scrolling through all the games that I've played ever on this same account, because this is what he points out. And then I've already seen at the bottom Waifu Fighter isn't there. So granted, he's not wrong about the game existing in my library, but he's wrong about me playing the game. I also wanted to point out my library of games. Not that any of this matters. I mean, this is childish as hell. But like, you can see in here that there's no adult content that I've played. Like, if we're gonna take the extra step and say that I've played porn games, then I challenge you to find where in this list exists a porn game that I played. Because this is the account that he points out. Man, the guild must have been a porn game. Total War must be a porn game. Trine must be a porn game, obviously. Oh, VTube Studio. Oh, that's the one. That's the one. It's obviously an adult game. And there goes the end of it. So, yeah, he's not wrong. He's definitely not wrong about that. But ERP Demon is crazy. I think that's the title reserved for him still. ERP, I mean, he's got my toes in his profile picture. That says everything right there. Okay, so let me ask you another question, because I have a theory about this. I realize I have a game in my Steam library. I guess I can change that to had. I had a game in my Steam library, but I never played it. What are some ideas on how it got there? I have no own theory on this one. Free promotions to giveaways. Gifted by friends, team events, shared Steam library access. Okay. So I think number 5 is probably what happened and why it's there. If you've authorized family sharing, the game might belong to someone else sharing their library with you. However, it won't be permanently in your library unless you purchased or added it by you. So I don't want to go back to the adult game, or how can I do this without showing anything weird? Okay, so I'm logged into the exact same account, and it says I have to purchase the game. I don't think that this game was ever free at any point. I think, yeah, that's all covered up. I'm pretty sure it was I think it was always paid to begin with. And my theory on this is I was probably just sharing my library with like pretty much anyone I can to get as many games as possible. And that would explain why it was there then, but it doesn't exist in the list here. Because like, it doesn't make sense for me to download a game and not play it. I did notice Crank's video was taken down for adult content, so that means Marcus is actively trying to silence this. Even YouTube knows that this is adult content. Those aren't even my words anymore.